tweet about him, and I don't know. Let me ask you, should I keep the Twitter going or not? Keep it going?
To what you guys are saying, I believe that he knows he was elected by the people in small town America who came together to elect him, and the people on the East and West Coast still can't figure it out, especially if you look at the way they reviewed his speech.
I was just going with the literal translation where he actually said, I was born in a small town. Listen, Donald Trump had a big day, and he started, at the end of that soundbite montage, we ran the part where he said, should I keep doing the Twitter? He felt last night that people said yes, and just 4 minutes ago, the brand new President of the United States tweeted this: a fantastic day and evening in Washington, D.C. Thank you to Fox News and so many other news outlets for the great reviews of the speech. What did you think about the speech? Email us, friends@foxnews.com. Did you think it was optimistic? Did you think it was a dark vision for America, as the New York Times, the Washington Post said? Let us know.
Well, thank you for tweeting about
Thank you,
us.
Mr.
That's
President.
wonderful, and giving us great interviews and lots to talk about over the last 2 years.
No kidding.
Yeah, and we still have a lot coming up over the next 3 hours. We're privileged to be with you on a Saturday right after the inaugural as the coverage continues here on Fox News. But first, let's lay out what happened yesterday.
Well, he's already working on his first official day as the President of the United States.
Kristen Fisher is live on this Saturday morning, right there at the White House, which has new people sleeping on the second floor.
That it does. Good morning, guys. You know, attending 3 balls in one night may sound like a lot, but President Bill Clinton, he attended 14 inaugural balls. President Obama attended 10, but President Trump, only 3, and that was intentional. He says that he wanted a quick celebration so that he could get straight to work this morning.
You're going to see things happening over the next few weeks. Oh, you're going to be so happy. This was a movement, and now the work begins. Now the work begins. There's no games, right? No games.
Now, Mr. Trump made those remarks at the Liberty Ball before dancing his first dance with his First Lady, and she looked stunning in a white gown that she actually helped design. As for the decor, there wasn't as much glitz and gold as one might expect from Mr. Trump. Instead, he went for a more classic Americana style with just a hint of retro glam, culminating with the song that they chose for their first dance, Frank Sinatra's My Way.
More than this, I didn't know.
The Freedom Ball, which had 25,000 attendees. It was massive. The new president and his entire family danced together at the Salute Our Armed Services Ball. But the festivities aren't over yet. In a few hours, Mr. Trump will be heading to the National Cathedral for the inaugural prayer service. Then this afternoon, he's expected to make remarks at the CIA's headquarters in Langley. So just because this is a Saturday, it is still expected to be a very busy first day for the new president.
What I also thought was great, I love the fact that he went and talked to the troops in Afghanistan yesterday from the stage. I thought that was a great moment because they're excited. They're watching what's happening here.
Sure. All right.
And they got a chance to ask him questions, and he answered them.
They did.
Awesome.
Kristen, thank you very much. By the way, we just saw earlier in the day, the talk was all about Melania wearing the Ralph Lauren jacket, double cashmere, I understand.
Stunning.
Last night, according to my sources, she was wearing something by Hervé Pierre, who worked under Carolina Herrera. How's that sound?
Yes, Carolina Herrera is a wonderful designer. We've interviewed her here on Fox and gone to her fashion shows. Her, I guess, stepdaughter, Ivanka, wears Carolina Herrera and wore one of her outfits yesterday as well.
And why? How do we know that? Was the tag out?
No, we just asked them. No, apparently Steve has sources in the fashion world.
That's right.
Oh, okay, fantastic.
My source is the Washington Post. Just saying. Meanwhile, we were all busy last night. Look, if you go to an inauguration and you're lucky enough to be able to go to one of the balls, we all went. That's my daughter, Mary Ducey, the government lawyer here in Washington, D.C. I actually got to dance with her at the Liberty Ball. There I am outside the Capitol yesterday. There I am with Kellyanne Conway. She's the one that made history in winning the first presidential campaign, and that is Congressman Steve King from the 4th District of Iowa. I was born in Iowa. We had a great conversation. He is so optimistic about where America is going under the 45th President of the United States.
Oh, that's awesome. Brian?
So Rascal Flatts leads here. Gary was there, was able to talk to us. Levox, he was there and able to talk to us and about what it meant to him to sing last night at the Veterans Ball, which has been existing since Dwight Eisenhower came up with the idea when he was president. And there's the host of and the master of ceremonies, Drew Carey himself, who served in the Marine Reserves. Absolutely hysterical. He said the Marines turned around his life.
I love that. Did you read, I don't remember what publication it was, but they printed out Sean Hannity's list of songs that he wanted played at the inauguration. One was Rascal Flatts, God Bless the Broken Road. Yeah. So this is my friend Olivia. That's her husband in the background. He hunts with Don Jr.
Who are those?
And that's Sean on the right, as you know. And then Geraldo. We were both on Sean's show last night from 10 to midnight. So
it's like Sean doesn't even exist with Geraldo there, right?
I know. I'm like wrapped around. Sorry, Erica. I'm friends with his wife. I'm like wrapped around Geraldo.
Totally inappropriate. All right. So that's what was going on last night. Of course, the big show was at high noon at the Big Dome, just about a mile and a half behind us. If you missed it, we've got about 10% of it in this inaugural address montage. But the theme was clear. Donald Trump said a lot of things when he was running for president, and as president, he intends to keep his word.
From this day forward, a new vision will govern our land. From this day forward, it's going to be only America first. America first. Protection will lead to great prosperity and strength. I will fight for you with every breath in my body, and I will never, ever let you down. America will start winning again. Winning like never before. We will shine for everyone to follow. We will reinforce old alliances and form new ones and unite the civilized world against radical Islamic terrorism, which we will eradicate completely from the face of the earth. The Bible tells us how good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity. We must speak our minds openly, debate our disagreements honestly, but always pursue solidarity. When America is united, America is totally unstoppable. There should be no fear. We are protected, and we will always be protected. We will be protected by the great men and women of our military and law enforcement. And most importantly, we will be protected by God. It's time to remember that old wisdom our soldiers will never forget, that whether we are black or brown or white, we all bleed the